Hello, this is the 51st lecture of the Semantic SEO course. In this lecture, we will look at another content brief and we will try to understand the methodology a little further. This time we have just two columns and one of them is actually from Medical News Today, the other one is actually from the Healthline. Again, we are trying to be classified with this website, but since this is one of the most comprehensive web pages according to query profiles on this specific context network, we will basically actually target this specific web page, but we will try to be also be related to and classified together with this specific section. One more time, the queries that you have seen in this part, they are not ordered according to the volume, they are ordered according to the rankings of the specific URL that appears in this area. And we see that this specific web page that we are trying to outrank, it is actually ranking for the answer term, 70%, not 69, not 71. We can talk about the numbers a little later because the numbers inside the queries, they affect the relevance in a really different way. Sometimes it's not just about the exact number, even if the number is not exactly the same. If you are using a closely related number like 71, still you can be relevant. And this is about a little bit truth ranges, but another topic. So basically, once we start to generate questions from queries for this area, we will be creating our contextual vector. But what will happen if the questions are already inside the queries? In other words, what will happen if the queries are explicit question queries? In this case, we will need to deepen the question context and write different variations of the specific questions as well. In this case here, we ask the question in the best possible format. What is the voter percentage in body? Because whenever we use the specific answer terms for this question, it will be an is sentence, always is or are, it will be there. Then after determining our specific, let's say the macro context, then we start to go variating the questions further, like which organs in human body have higher water percentage? Because even if your body has a certain amount of water or percentage of water, let's say 70, according to the lexicosemantics, the body has different parts, but which part has what percentage of water? And here we go to the organs. Then we also go to the antonym of it, like higher or lower. And what is the water percentage in female and the male body or the child's body? And according to what age? And what conditions? Then how is the water percentage in animal bodies different from the human body? Because most of these questions, yes, it always asks the human body. Human body is always directly inside the queries, or it is inside the query by meaning that you or we are humans. But at the same time, the alternate context here, which is connected back to the actual human body, is the animal body. So we go to the actual subparts of body, which is human body. Then we go to the alternates or the siblings of the human body. Again, we are using lexicosemantics. In this case, we ask animal bodies because which animal it is not certain. That's why we are trying to use the most relevant animals to the humans, and we try to compare it, like is it more, is it less? Then how does water help body functions? And as you remember, body functions is something that we directly actually mentioned in the introductory part of benefits of drinking water. It is also mentioned in the water intake in this area too. How much of your body weight is water, which is a different variation of the same question, but this time we don't talk about the percentage, we talk about the kilogram, which or lbs, etc., whichever you use. And in this case, imagine that neural matching or entity type matching will be changing because measurement unit that we are using change. It's not a percentage anymore. Then we ask, does drinking water help for weight loss? Which is another topic which goes to the benefits of drinking water, which is our root of the semantic content network. What is the optimum percentage for water in the body? And here we talk about actually the optimum water take and also the benefits that will be coming from that, which is, that's why we keep it closer to this specific anchor text. As you see, we have used only a single anchor text and it doesn't appear in our macro context. It's coming from the supplementary part of the content and also the micro context. And it is coming from a Boolean question with an H4 because we want it to be even more specific or the precise or the specific anchor text as well. And in the next lecture, we will try to examine our contextual hierarchy and the structure. For instance, here we have some doctor names or some sentence examples and a little bit deeper, because this time our contextual vector is shorter, but when it comes to the structure, it's more deeper, and we will look at that. Thank you.